What's up, guys? Chris Chef Sports Cards here. Welcome to another fun Saturday night. Hopefully fun filled with hits for many. Welcome, everybody. Especially if you're new to the channel, welcome. A little bit about us. We've been around for 5 years now. We break mostly baseball with a little bit of everything else mixed in. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as our little hands will move. Usually within a day or two of the break. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We do free breaks, and we are 6 subscribers away from the next free break. 6. 6. I said it. 6. When we do our free breaks, we use the subscriber list from YouTube for the random. So if you want a chance to get into any of our future free breaks, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel and make sure you're publicly subscribed so we can see that you're a subscriber. Also, the website, chefsportscards.com. We got a couple things sold out over there. We got a couple other things up. We got a Bowman break over there. We got a Series 2 break over there. There's a 10% off coupon code. They're both super cheap. We give away something with every break. The next break we fill, we're going to give away this Absolute Blaster box, which comes with an autograph or mem. For whichever one fills next, we're going to give that one away. And then once we fill these last 2 breaks that are there, we're going to give away this guy to everybody who joined in the breaks, the Clearly Authentic box. So you want a chance to grab some super cheap spots and get some good cards and possibly win some boxes too, head on over to chefsportscards.com and grab some spots. All right. Let's go over the teams. D-backs, Robert H. Braves, Nicholas M. Orioles, Christopher S. Red Sox, Brian H. Cubs, Lyle H. White Sox and Reds, Jason B. Rockies and Tigers, Christopher S. Royals, Lance C. Astros, Christopher S. Angels, Ken M. Dodgers, Keith E. Brewers, John T. and Twins, Chris F. Marlins, Brandon L. Mets, Ken M. Yankees, Jason B. A's, Christopher S. Phillies, Jason B. Pirates, Brian H. Cardinals, Jan C. Padres, James V. Giants, Robert H. Mariners, Luke D. Rays, Jason B. Rangers, Robert H. Blue Jays, Luke D. And Nationals, Ken M. All righty, guys. There we go. Let's open some cards. All right. Second third of this case, we started on Friday. Last third is going to be tomorrow night. We really didn't get much, or we started on Thursday, sorry. We didn't get much out of the first third, so let's hope, because they're hiding in here, waiting for us in here. And the last third of this case, the last case, I swear the last case I have, because this is case like, I don't know, number 10 or 12 or something like that we've gone through. And hoping not to get any more. I don't want to. I like Series 2. I do. I just don't want to open any for a while. I want to be done with it for a little while. All right, let's do it. Good luck, everybody. There's an O'Neal Cruz rookie. Need to find some goodness. William Contreras, stat parallel to 300. Nice one for Atlanta. Kid's no joke, an all-star right there. We like our stars. Johnny! What's up, buddy? How you doing? What's going on up in your neck of the woods, my friend? Anything fun? Watching the Eagles get pounded here by the Dolphins. I mean, preseason football is terrible, but it's really bad when you lose by 40 in the preseason. Doesn't look good. We'll see. I know, it doesn't mean anything. Altuve, all-star. But, you know, you want to be entertained at least. And, you know. Gardner Minshew just didn't have it tonight, I guess. John, Chris was trying to talk me into sending him your Paul Molitor the other night. Just letting you know. He's, you know, working behind your back, buddy. That was a nice card. Generation Now, Luis Gil. Rich, what's up, buddy? How's Virginia Beach? You having fun down there with the fam? Down in old Va Beach? Don't blame him for trying. All right, well, you take it with a grain of salt. That's good. Darvish, one day when you write me and go, I didn't get my cards, I'm just going to go, oh, I think I went to Chris. All right, Manny Miniato, home run challenge for the Padres for James. Manny Miniato. On and off all day? Oh, yeah. Is it busy? A lot of people down there, Rich? It's kind of, actually, now it's probably slower, right? Because a lot of kids are back in school. This is when when my son was younger, this is when we would always go on vacation, like the end of August, because like 90% of the country, Max Muncy Rainbow and Acuna, excuse me, like 90% of the country is back in school. But in this area, for those of you who don't know who aren't from the mid-Atlantic, like Philadelphia, New Jersey, around here, our kids usually don't go back until after Labor Day or like right before. But that's the ones that go right before, that's kind of a new thing. So like my nephew, well, my niece is in college now, but my nephew who just started his senior year, like he started the first week of August in Tennessee. But my son doesn't start until the first week of September. So whenever we would go, like Randy Johnson die cut, I remember we went to Disney World twice at the end of August. Now, of course, it's hurricane season, so you always take little risks by going then. We literally walked on to everything that when we went there. There was nobody there. Like every ride, we went to Epcot one day, we went to, to all of them. It was just a walk on everywhere because nobody's down there right now. Nico Goodrum to 2022 for Detroit. Busy but not crazy. Nice. I honestly, I don't really, I think I went to Virginia Beach one time, but I think it was more of a business thing. Like, I don't really think I know Virginia Beach at all. But, it's like we talked about the other night, like when your family goes someplace, you always go to the same place, But yeah, I don't think I really know it very well. Tatis All-Star. Did you guys rent a house down there, Rich? My kid starts his senior year this year. If I don't understand. Yeah, mine too. Mine's getting starts his senior year this year too. I only have one though, so it hasn't been nearly as tough as it has been for you, John. And for the Padres, Blake Snell. Hey, look, it's not damaged. This is the first one we've gotten in a while that wasn't damaged. 86 of 199. Not supposed to. All right, I'm sorry. I dimed you out, Chris. For James. Here you go, buddy. Yeah. May I ask what they get for a house in Virginia Beach, like ballpark, this time of year? Like how much it costs for, I assume you guys rented it for a week? And I was telling you the other night, my sister, who lives in Tennessee, but always goes to Rehoboth, Kielbadu, she always rents this absurd house. It is ridiculously expensive. It's like $6-7 grand for the week. And it's beautiful. It's right on the beach. It's a huge house. And a lot of us go down, and it's nice and everything, but it's like, You literally could go like one block in and pay half the amount, you know. So and especially like we went last summer, so 2021 summer where nobody was going to the shore. You know, we're still in the pandemic. And I swear, I found out she paid all this money for this house. I walked around Rehoboth, like 80% of the homes down there were for rent. Like nobody was in them. I'm like, why did you pay so much? But she liked it. So, De La Cruz 35th. You're in the pool house? Very nice. Very nice. If I'm spending that kind of money to go away, I'm going to the Caribbean or something. For the Yankees, Garrett Cole, a Major League material. For Jason. Jason? Yes, for Jason. Oh, buddy. Oh. NASCAR's on TV. Next week, big NASCAR break, guys. I was just doing the listings for it. Get pumped. Next Saturday night, we're doing NASCAR. Next Saturday night's going to be weird. We're doing NASCAR, NFL. We will have one baseball break, but I think we're doing 3 non-baseball breaks on Saturday night. Don, a rookie rainbow, and Emmanuel Class. Okay, not a mansion. That's not too bad. Silverback auto? Yeah, I need to get anyone a silverback auto. I am silverback cursed this year. I don't know what the deal is. Ever since we pulled that superfractor like a year and a half ago from a silverback, like I've been cursed on silverbacks ever since. I don't know if John might have been around back then. I had the same thing going on where we did a ton. I forget what it was. Series 1 a couple of years ago. And we never could find a silverback auto. And then I got one and I actually went past it and missed it. And everyone's like, you missed an auto. I'm like, what? Sweet Shades Yelich. I think John might have been around for that one. I was like, I did? I'm so used to not getting them. I didn't think they'd be there. We're in a suburb of Virginia Beach, oceanfront camping. Nice. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, no, $3,000 sounds good to me. That's much more reasonable than what my sister pays for that ridiculous house in Rehoboth, but that sounds all right. Spencer Turnbull, no-hit blue. You know, it's funny. Years ago when I used to work in the restaurants, especially when I worked in the steakhouse, I used to try to explain to like the guys who worked for me, a lot of the guys who were like line cooks and stuff, and they would save all year to go to Wildwood or wherever, Jackie Robinson All-Star, and I would tell them, I'd be like, guys, you could travel somewhere for the amount of money you spend to go down the shore. Like, I mean, granted, it's nice that when you live in an area like we live, that you can just drive an hour or two and you're there. You don't have to get on an airplane. You don't have to, drive 12 hours or something like that. But, like, honestly, to spend a week down the shore in Jersey, it's so expensive. You could get on a plane and go to the Caribbean or go to Dominican Republic or something. And I used to tell them all the time, like, guys, you could actually travel somewhere for that amount. Like, they always thought it was way more expensive, I'm like, nah, it's about the same. Rodon, no hit club. Well, that's like I was saying last week. Oh, look at that. Wow, that hasn't happened in a while. You guys got to see my ugly face. Look at that. All right, hold on. Wow, I haven't done that in a long time. Look at that. Got to fix the old... Go ahead, John. John's going to break my balls about the camera falling over. I didn't even realize it was unstuck. Let me make sure it's good. Might have to get a new suction cup. We went through this a year ago. We had a bad cup for a week or two. Seeing my face is like spotting an alien. If we're not doing chrome cards. That was funny when John a couple months ago was like, "Oh no, we see your glasses and your backwards minor league baseball cap." And for the Padres, a Manny Machado short print. Manny Machado. Yeah, that's a base. That's the first time we pulled that one. Machado. That's right. Yeah, you have to like freeze it real quick. All you have to do is look for a backwards baseball cap of a minor league baseball team. I guarantee you, it's not something a lot of people wear. I always wear a minor league baseball team cap. Always. I haven't owned a major league team's cap in 15 years. Garrett Cole All-Star. Yeah, I can't. This one isn't. That was just a bad stick, I think. This suction cup's in good shape. And the last one lasted me like 4 years, so we still got a lot of time left in this one. Got carted off the field with a knee injury. Was tackle playing? Is that true? Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I would take great pride in I'd say 3 times a year I get a new hat. Shane Baz generation now. Consider I still work in a kitchen, so they get pretty sweaty and nasty and cruddy pretty quick. I usually get a good 4 to 6 months out of a hat. And I always kind of go in blind to milb.com and just start looking until I find something I like. Because what's great now is it's not like, where it used to be, oh, there's this team, that team, that team. They all have variations. They all have, like right now I'm wearing a Harrisburg Senators hat. It's Harrisburg Senators, which is Washington. Yeah, see how dirty it is already. Which is the Senators Double-A team, I think. Or the Nationals, I'm sorry, the Nationals Double-A team. But the one that I got is the 4th of July variation with, Uncle Sam on it. So it's a lot of fun to go and shop on there for a new hat. Hank Aaron, it gives me joy. It's little things in life that get me going. Trash Pandas, yeah, I have a Trash Panda shirt. Oh, it's so funny you bring that up, Chris. My wife was there last week. So oh my God, it's so funny that you brought that up. My wife was going crazy. So I have my son and I, we both have Trash Panda shirts. And there's a Bryce Harper home run challenge. Just came back, so good to get that one now. Jason, there you go. My wife was in Alabama for business, and she was in Huntsville. And she was I think she was at dinner, she said. And she was taking an Uber. Was it Huntsville? Is that where it was? I know she was in a couple towns in Alabama. She was down there for like 4 or 5 days for union meetings. And she said they were driving in the Uber, and they saw this stadium, and it was like hopping, Jose Barrios. And my wife asked the driver, she's like, what stadium is that, Hannah? He's like, oh, that's the Trash Pandas. They just opened like last year. My wife started going crazy because we all have Trash Panda stuff. Every time you leave the house. I didn't realize where that was. Like that it was like, yeah, we did it finally. Oh my Lord. And Kansas City sold so cheap tonight. Good for you. Who had him? Lance. There you go, buddy. My gosh, off the schneid finally. We've pulled 6 Bobby Witt autos, but no Bobby Witt short print until now. Look at that. I feel very proud of myself now. Very proud of myself. Bobby Witt Jr., short print. Congrats to Lance. It's awesome, dude. Finally. It only took like 12 cases for us to get one. We've pulled everyone else, just not him. But when you see like when I first heard about the Trash Pandas a couple years ago, the town, it says it's like Brenton, Alabama, or something like that. And that's why when my wife went down, she was like, I couldn't believe it. I didn't think it was here. And she said it was really cool. I mean, she didn't get to go or anything. She just saw it, but she said it was really hopping. So we are, and the Trash Pandas are the Angels team, Red Sox, I believe, double A team or single A. I can't remember which one, but they're an Angels team. Oh yeah, definitely, John. I know. You're right, man. It was definitely a lot hard. Like I said, we pulled 6 autos. We only pulled 1 short print, but there you go for Lance. He got it, baby. Good for him. And oh man, we're getting funky tonight. We got the vintage stock for the Detroit Tigers to 99, 18 of 99. Vintage stocks aren't easy to come by either. I think the last one we pulled was for you, John, right? Of one of the pitchers on that team that you like. I know, man. It's crazy that it took that long. I mean, we found we got like 3 or 4 J-Rods. We got a couple of Torkelsons. We got a bunch of autos, like I said, but well, there you go. Yeah, that's it, Woody. Yeah. Man, maybe we'll find a acetate or a sketch card. Wouldn't that be great? Considering we have found none of them this year. Kutch. We've done pretty well with Series 2 as far as hits go, but we haven't found any of the, like odd stuff, which you would think at this point we should have with the amount we've opened. So, Pandas are Angels and all right, Madison, Alabama. Thank you, Madison. But it's right like next to Huntsville, right? Isn't Huntsville right there? That's where my wife was in Huntsville, and she was in Tyler and Neil Generation now. Muscle Shoals and something starts with a B. I forget. She had union meetings down there that went terribly, apparently. Apparently they went really well for the first 4 days, and then day 5 it like all fell apart. So it was basically a wasted trip in the end. Angels. It's an odd place for the Angels, especially when they reworked the minor league. Like, I mean, for you guys who do follow the minors, like, you remember before they realigned everything 2 years ago, or 2 seasons ago, Cedric Mullins, like, teams were all over the place. Like, the Wilmington Blue Rocks, which are like 20 minutes from me, they were the Kansas City Chiefs A team. Like, we saw Bobby Witt play down there his first year. But when they realign, now they're part of the Nationals organization, which makes more sense. For the Rays, a Shane Baz rookie auto. So it's like they tried to, besides the fact that they cut out 22 teams in the minors, they went from 142 teams down to 120. They tried to kind of just make them all closer to the to the big team. And but the Trash Pandas are one. It's like they're the Angels, but they're all the way in the other side of the country. Basically, it doesn't make sense. But apparently, from what I hear, that they have a ton of success down there. Like, people love the team. Stadium's supposed to be really busy, sold out all the time, which is cool. It's good to hear from a minor league team. Lamont Wade Jr., Rainbow. Juan Soto, statistics. It doesn't matter. Muncie. And for the 20s, Buxton. Look at him laying out for that ball. I got it. 22 of 499 for Chris. There you go, buddy. We have balloons here. They're a Dodge. Yeah, the Dodgers of Philly. I did know that one. I used to be like almost encyclopedic about the teams until they reworked it a little. But yeah, I know a fair amount of them. I find it more interesting. I mean, I follow obviously all baseball, but I love following minor league baseball. I really do, because you get so many stories of guys that like you're never going to hear about again. Like Altuve, and they think like, oh, look at this guy in low A hitting 40 home runs. He's on his way to be a powerhouse, and it's like, dude, it's low A, man. He's got a long way to go. But it's fun to read about. And for the Cubbies, oh man, we're getting our team cards tonight to 2022. I jinxed it by saying that the other night, that we were barely getting any team cards like last year. It seemed like last year that's all we were getting were team cards. So now I got the jinx on. Yeah, I'm trying to think. My last hat was, well, I actually still have it downstairs. It was the Charleston River Dogs. That was the last one I wore. And before that was the Myrtle Beach team, the Pelicans. Are they the Pelicans? I know a Pelican is their mascot. They're a Cubs minor league team. Hank Aaron. I used to love, years ago, when the Phillies, before they had Lehigh Valley, they were in Scranton Wilkes-Barre, which is where the Yankees are now. The Yankees team is it used to be the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Red Barons, was the Phillies AAA team. This is 15 years ago, I guess. I don't even know how long it's been now, maybe longer than that. And now they're the Rail Riders for the Yankees. But they had the coolest logo, the Red Barons. It was just like an SWB, and it was all kind of cursive together. Oh, I love that hat. I wore that I went through a bunch of those for a bunch of years. Tyler Gilbert, No Hit Club. No, I didn't hear Kruk yesterday. Why? What was he up to? The old Crucker. He's a colorful fellow. He's always got stuff to say. All right, box number 3. Come on, some more short prints, some more autographs. Let's go. Come on. Soto, Sweet Shades. Peralta. So, Chris, you live close to that team then? You get to go to them much? I've been very bad this year. I honestly haven't been to a baseball game all year, which is just pathetic. I was kind of watching the last inning of the Phillies game, and I was just thinking, like, I have to get to a baseball game. This is like crazy. I'm telling you, man, that pandemic did something. I don't know. We also used to have, before the minor league teams got readjusted, we had a ton of minor league teams around here that we don't have anymore. Now we still have some, obviously, but when I mean around here, I mean all within like 20, 30 minutes of my house. Alec Mills for the Cubs. Like, we used to have the Camden team. We had Trenton was the Yankees AA team. Now they're in that developmental league thing or whatever it is. Alec Mills for the Cubbies is Lyle. He said, this is like watching a pro team versus a college team. And they came back from the commercial. I hope I don't compare them to a college team. What I mean is... Oh, that's awesome, Chris. So I assume you get to go to a lot of games. See, like if I lived that close, I'd be a season ticket holder. Something like that. O'Neal Cruz rookie. Like you wouldn't be able to keep me away. Chris Owings and Bo Jackson. So we got, what else we got tonight? We got Clearly Authentic Full Case coming up next at 11. And then a little Bowman Mixer at 11:30. And we'll be back tomorrow night too. We'll have the end of this case and Chronicles tomorrow night. And then, guys, again, the website, chesssportscards.com. A bunch of stuff. We still got the Bowman and Series 2 over there. And we got the triple play box, which is just awesome. Hit Parade triple play box. Verlander. It's a signed jersey, signed ball, signed 8x10 in there. $15 a spot. 10% off, $13.50 a spot. We're just going to random them. But, hey, for a shot, you don't know who's going to be in there. They got everybody covered in those things. Could be fun. So. Anyway, head on over to chefsportscards.com and check it out. For the Astros, Jake Myers, rookie autograph. 35 throwback. Christopher S. I would. Both of my boys play travel baseball. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember those days, my friend. My son's a baseball player. But my son's given up on the summer travel team. He just plays high school. And he's going into his senior year. He plays varsity. He played varsity all through high school, so he's planning on his, even though he likes it and he's good, he's planning on his career coming to an end after this year, so. Reyes significant statistics. Like he's gotten college offers, but not to the colleges he wants to go to. So, and to be honest, he's kind of like, I don't really think I want to play in college. I don't want to have to go through all that. And, he's not really one of these kids who thinks he's going to play in MLB someday or something. It's not really, I mean, he is good. I don't know. Maybe he could if he really put the work in, but I don't think he put the work in. So. Yeah, man, we used to do that travel ball in the summer. Oh, my Lord, there was a lot of summers on the road, man. It was fun, but it was tiring, too. Adamas, Generation Now. My son had this one season. The last year he played travel ball was, I think for his U16 team, it was a couple of years ago. And oh my God, we were all over the country that summer. And at one of the last tournaments of the year he played in was this tournament that was in Kentucky. And they played really well and had fun and this and that, whatever. Now I work, I couldn't go to all of them. My wife and I kind of split them, which ones she would go to, which ones I would go to with him, because he was in Texas and California and Florida and all kinds of crazy places. But for some reason, we had it in our mind that we would drive to Kentucky. I don't know what I was thinking. Dominic Smith and Ichiro Daika. So we were there for like 6 days. It was a great tournament, like I said, but it was a long trip. By the time we got back, and I think it was the last one of the year, of the summer, he was like, yeah, I'm like a little tired of doing all this traveling. I was like, yeah, me too, man. I don't blame you. For Baltimore, John Means to 75. Yeah, but it is tough. Look, I know exactly what you mean, man. Baseball takes over your life when a kid plays baseball. Like, that's, for many years it was travel or coaches or this or that. And he still loves to play, like I said, and he plays for his high school and stuff. And, like, that's great. I still love to watch him play, but I'm okay with not spending $8 million a year on equipment and coaches and all kinds of crap. Yelich, All-Star. Especially when we don't have the best, I hate to say this because it's not, I mean, I know these guys try. We don't have the best coaches in this town and in this area. And, you know, honestly, the few kids that are talented enough to play after high school, I don't know. I don't think they've ever gotten great coaching around here or anything. So I don't think they've set these guys up really well. Bregman for Houston. Oh yeah, it would. That's yeah. We'd be on the road for weeks at a time. I mean, just honestly, because of our work between my wife and I, we just couldn't do it all the time, so we had to split it. And I mean, it was insane. Hoskins for the Phils. I honestly am glad that, like, my son's gotten like some Division II offers and stuff like that, and who knows, maybe he'll get some, you know, some bigger this year. Who knows? I don't know. Nor do I really care, to be honest with you. But he's, even from the time he was like a freshman, and he's played all 4 years on varsity. He said to me, like, you know, I'm not going to go to a school because I get a baseball scholarship when I can go to a better school, you know. And I look, for some, that's how they're getting to school. I get that entirely, you know. He's a pretty smart kid with good grades and stuff, so he can go pretty much anywhere. So, which, thank God. I just got to figure out how to pay for it. You know? Come next year, we might be breaking 7 days a week for me to pay for his college. I do love watching him play, though. I always did. He's a shortstop. He's just very naturally very good in the field, and it is fun to watch. But I think I'm always glad he's had his head on his shoulders a little bit about the whole thing. Because he's got guys like on his team who like think they're, you know, headed to Vanderbilt. And it's like, you don't want to be mean, but you're like, dude, you're going to be lucky if you end up at Podunk State. They're kind of still having themselves snowed a little bit. James Caprillion. Little color match action there. 46 of 499. Chris, how old are your kids that play? Like, what age groups are they playing in? I'll tell you, when they were young, like when they played like U12, U11, like around that was a ton of fun watching them play back then. I mean, I always enjoyed it, but like that age was, these kids were so excited. I remember we went to this tournament in Myrtle Beach, I think it was, around then. And man, there were kids from like Puerto Rico there. There was a couple teams from Canada, this and that. And these kids were so excited, man. They were, they thought they were kings of the world. It's hilarious. Kyle Lewis generation now, 12 and 18. Yeah. My kid's 17. It's a lot, especially like I have nephews who are. One is. Oh God, I can't even think how old they are. They both play baseball. One's like 10 and the other one's like 13 or something like that. And 2022 Joe Ryan, rookie for the Twinnies. For Chris. And they both play travel ball, you know, and it's like, I don't even know how they do it. I could barely do it with one kid. I don't know how you guys do it with more than one. That's crazy. You know, I called Chris and wants to thank Colin. Yeah, I kind of, like I said, my son, I think my son's more resolved to the fact, like, there are certain schools he wants to go to. Now, I think if one of those schools came and said, hey, we'd like you to play baseball for us, maybe he would, you know, but he doesn't assume they're going to ask him to play baseball or he's going to get any kind of offer from them. So I think that's why he's kind of resigned himself to being like, I think this is about it, you know. And again, I don't know that he has the drive in him anymore to work at a sport at the college level. Like, I think he'd rather put that energy into school, you know. I don't know. It's just kind of the way he's explained it to me. So who knows? Like I told him, I said, you go to an Ivy League school or something, and you just walk on and maybe make the team. You know, some of those teams haven't won in years. It is so much fun to watch your kids play, though. I certainly enjoyed watching my son play much more than I ever enjoyed playing the game, to be honest with you. I mean, baseball wasn't necessarily my sport. I played for, when I was a kid and this and that. I was more of a basketball player in high school and stuff, but it's where I've had a lot more fun watching him play than I ever enjoyed it myself. And to 299, Clayton Kershaw All-Star for the Dodgers. For Keith. Yeah, well, you just had him a little younger, John. We're the same age, but you were starting early in the gate, my friend. I didn't have my son until I was in my 30s. So you were probably smarter. I was exhausted half the time trying to deal with him. I would have been better, but I had no money in my 20s. Like it would have been. I could barely feed myself back then. So to have a kid, like I couldn't have done it. I'm so grateful that I waited. Texas Rangers Rainbow and Will Clark All-Star. Yeah, I don't like if I had a kid when I was like 22 or something like that. I don't know if he would have lived because I barely made it through those years myself. I suppose it would have changed me, but my God, I think back to that time. I don't think I would have done very well at that age with a child. Jim Palmer, no hit club. You called it quits with kids at 30. Yeah, I didn't have mine until I was like 31, almost 32. We had some reasons behind that too. So my wife and I have been together since high school. Like we've known each other. We were next door neighbors from the time we were 5 years old. We started dating in high school. Both went to college, this, that, whatever. And we worked and just lived. We never talked about having kids. Like never. It just wasn't a conversation we ever had, even after we were married and stuff in our 20s. And Jack Flaherty Rainbow and a Brandon Marsh Generation Now. And when we hit like close to 30, one night it came up. I think it was actually me who might have brought it. And we actually like flipped a coin at dinner. We were out to dinner. I was living in Chicago, well, Naperville at the time, right outside of Chicago. And I said, should we try to have a kid? And she was like, I don't know, should we? So we literally flipped the coin and, came up heads. And we said, all right, let's try. And then we tried and we had a ton of problems. We ended up having to go like specialists and all this nonsense, And it's so funny now looking back on it now. Like, I can't imagine not having my kid, Jack Flaherty. Like, it changed my life so, like, that if we went the other way with that conversation, I'd have probably been like, all right, you don't want to have him, no problem, but I think of how much different things would have been. I'd probably be dead. I'd probably run myself into the ground somehow. Major League Material Auto of Brandon Crawford, 38 of 50 for San Francisco. Robert. There you go, buddy. Old Brandon Crawford. He's a mean T-ball player. Yeah, my son was too back in the day. That's so funny. You like stopped having kids at 30. That's when I started. I wish I would have had another one. I really wish I would have had a second kid. But honestly, we were very lucky to have the one. It didn't really look like it was in the cards to even have one. That was the real annoying part when we tried to have kids and we couldn't. And Josh Hader And they were like, yeah, you guys are going to have to go see a fertility doctor. And I was thinking to myself, I worried about getting this girl pregnant for like 15 years, like not, and the whole time it was never going to happen. Like, what a waste, you know? But like I said, we were pretty lucky to have the one. So we had to kind of call it quits there. And Wander Franco home run challenge for Jason. It's so funny. It's funny you say that. My son, my poor wife sometimes. So my son, my wife's Filipino, so half, my son's half Filipino, and he's very like literal with everything. Vlad grew, especially when he was a kid. Like if you said something, he held you to it, like exactly how you said it. And he was always that way with the rules and stuff too, in everything, whether it be sports or games or school or whatever it was. Like he always knew the rules, and he always like, whether a rule was socially acceptable never was meant anything to him. Like, so when he played baseball when he was a kid, like I want to say he was maybe like 10 years old or something like that, and he hit this. He hit like a ground ball to the shortstop or whatever, and he's busting it down the line, and the first baseman is standing right in the baseline, right? Kirby Puckett die cut. And my son plows this kid over. I mean, it looked like something out of it. I can't even tell you what it looked like. This poor kid, I can't even believe he got up. And like the whole crowd, of course, with all, you know how the moms are. Oh my gosh. Like, Jack Flaherty, short print for the Cardinals, for Jan C. And oh my God, they were so, so upset. And all of a sudden my son's like, what did I do wrong? And they're like, well, and he's like, no, he can't stand in the baseline. I have every right to run right through him. Like, and my poor wife's in the stands, like with all the other mothers around her, like, oh my God. And he sat there like they were all trying to get mad at him. He like fought with the umpire and stuff. He's like, I didn't do anything wrong. It's in the rules. He was in the baseline, and it's like, I'm trying to explain to him later, like, you guys are 10 years old, Liam. A little common courtesy, not to run the kid over. And even when I brought him home and talked to him, he gave me the same thing. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm like, I know you didn't do anything wrong, but, I get by the rules you didn't do anything wrong, but socially, it's just not really acceptable to run other children over because they're, maybe not quite as good at the sport as you are. O'Neal Cruz, rookie, like, he didn't get it. He just looked at me like, okay. Casey Mize, the 2022. I'll tell you one thing, though, as far as having kids, I am so glad my son's getting a little older. Like, the ages of 13 to like 15, 16, I wanted to strangle him. He was just a jerk. He really was. Christopher S. There you go, buddy. Like that, you always hear people say, like, oh, wait till they're older, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I would go through the baby thing again, as opposed to what I went through when he was like first a teenager. He was nasty for a couple of years. So I totally understand what people talk about when they say that now, man. Teenage boys are not fun. Trey Turner All-Star. Now he's kind of mellowing out, and now that he's getting a little older. So. All right, last couple packs, then we'll do the silver packs, do a quick hit recap, and we'll get out of here. Move on to Clearly Authentic. And if you're into Clearly Authentic, we're going to have another case on Thursday night, too. Just putting it out there. Sweet Shades Lindor. It's funny you say about the T-ball thing. There was a video on Instagram today. I don't know who posted or if anybody else saw it, but it was like a minute from a T-ball game, like shot from way up top where you could see the whole field. Oh my God, it was so funny. Like kids running the wrong way on the bases. Kid gets a hit, run to second, and then they throw the ball to first and it hits a kid in the head, the ball, and he's crying. It was like, oh my God, it was so funny. Toronto Talent Rainbow for Toronto. Goldie. All right, silver package time. Everyone cross their fingers for an autograph. Or at least some decent color. All right, Dale Murphy, Contreras, Meyer, and Ashby. Ba-da. Ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da. All right, Brian Reynolds, Pete Alonso, Polanco, and for the Astros, Jose Siri rookie. 24 of 75 for Christopher. So, Chris, is your son going into his senior year, or did he just finish his senior year in high school? All right, Corbin Burns, Matt Chapman, Kyle Lewis, and Seth Beer, rookie. Oh, maybe that was gold. All right, last pack. And there's an O'Neill Cruz, Webb, Springer, and Siri again. Wow, man, I'm telling you, silver pack thing, not liking me these days. All right, guys. Just finished his senior year. Is he going to college? Is he on his way to college, or what's he doing? All right, guys. I want to thank everyone for joining us. As always, I could not do this without you guys, and I truly, truly do appreciate it. As I said, if you're not in any of our other breaks tonight, we will be back tomorrow night with the last third of this case and Chronicles Baseball. And please stay safe, stay healthy out there. If we don't see you, hit that like and subscribe on your way out the door if you can, and certainly go visit the website. Bear with me for a sec while I put the hit recap together. It's not a horrible 4 boxes here. For the first 2 years, yeah, it's a smart move, man. Community college is a smart move. Financially, and gives you a chance to figure out what you want to do if you're not sure, you know. It's a very smart move. Good for him. All right, guys, we're doing hit recap for 2022. Top Series 2, third hobby case break number 30. Home Run Challenge cards. Machado, Wander Franco, Bregman, and Harper. And Harper just came back, so that's a good thing. Random stuff. Okay, just some random stuff I pulled. O'Neill Cruz, Silver Pack rookie. Spencer Turnbull, No Hit Club Blue. Here we had the Machado short print. We had the Bobby Witt short print. Yay, finally. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize the autos were there. Let's put them over here. And Jake Flaherty, short prints. Those good short prints tonight. Numbered stuff. It's all mixed up, so I'll just go through it. Contreras to 300. Goodrum to 2022. Blake Snell to 199. That's the vintage stock. Detroit Tigers to 99. Byron Buxton to 499. To 2022, the Cubbies and Alec Mills. No Hit Club John Means Gold to 75. James Caprillion. Green to 499. Joe Ryan to 2022. Kershaw All-Star to 299. Casey Mize to 2022. And Jose Siri to 75. And our hits for this evening, we had a Shane Baz rookie auto and Jake Myers rookie auto. We had the Garrett Cole Major League Material Relic and Brandon Crawford Major League Material Relic auto to 50, 38 of 50 on the Brandon Crawford. All right, guys, again, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I will be back in 5 minutes with Clearly Authentic. Everybody have a wonderful night. Take care. Bye-bye.